Hello, and welcome to Barclay Viewforth's Thought for the Day. Today I want to take you on a journey to the holy island of Lindisfarne. It has become a special place to me in the past few years. I have been there in the warm days of June and also in the winter storms, stranded on the island by the beast from the east. I've even been there on a Barclay Viewforth staff retreat day. I have been on personal retreat and a led retreat based at the community of Aidan and Hilda. The community of Aidan and Hilda is one of the new Celtic monastic communities that I have spent time in. Another one is the Northumbria community. While I appreciate different things in both of these communities, the draw of Holy Island itself is probably a key factor in me returning there. Although a tidal island, there is something special about being cut off. When the last of the day visitors leave, and that includes many staff who work on the island, when the tide has covered the causeway, a peace descends. If you've ever stayed at the Iona community, you get that same feeling when you watch the last ferry leaving for the day. You are there with a handful of other people. There is a spaciousness that you don't get with the busyness of the day. I suppose there is a feeling of calm, a bit like that during the early days of lockdown, although in Edinburgh you have to dodge about people most of the time. But there was a lack of traffic, and a kind of stunned silence, I suppose, as people had to adapt to new circumstances. Now things seem a lot noisier. I am someone who needs silence in order to be well. I can't cope with constant chatter and clatter. And when I've taken time away on Holy Island, I've spent days hardly speaking to anyone, just walking and sitting and waiting for God. And when you wait on God, He can show up in unexpected ways. Sometimes life is pretty confusing. Well, most of the time, really. That's why I find waiting on God and admitting to myself and to God that I'm really not in control is a good thing. And in places like Holy Island, it's easy to do. I don't know when I'll be able to go back there, so I will need to make time and find a place to do it close to home. A place where I can ignore my to-do list and the other distractions that are around me. I'm going to end by reading part of Proverbs chapter 3. My child, do not forget my teaching, but let your heart keep my commandments, for length of days and years of life and abundant welfare they will give you. Do not let loyalty and faithfulness forsake you. Bind them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart. So you will find favour and good repute in the sight of God and of people. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own insight. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. It will be a healing for your flesh and a refreshment for your body. Amen. And I pray that God will go with you today in whatever you're doing, and that you will be able to find some peace and some stillness and find God in those moments throughout the day.